She came alone to the LA Convention Center holding a small old faded pink backpack that still had Manila school stickers on it, and she kept that little backpack close to her chest like it was the only safety shield she had in this big American arena. People were loud, cameras everywhere, stage managers running, famous judges only 40 feet away. For most adults this is overwhelming. For a 10-year-old Filipina girl from Manila, this felt like the literal biggest universe jump any kid could ever attempt. When she stepped on stage, she kept her hands behind her back, her eyes were shy and gentle, almost anime soft. She answered Simon extremely polite. And her voice speaking was very tiny like soft baby voice. Nobody had any clue what was about to happen. She told Simon she came from Manila, Philippines, she loved Lady Gaga since she was 5, and she wanted to be the next Lady Gaga. People giggled light in audience because they thought this was just another cute child. But then the instrumental started. And the second she opened her mouth, the entire building literally froze like someone unplugged time. Her voice sounded like a full mature 25-year-old global pop superstar. Deep vibrato. Perfect pitch. Lady Gaga belting level strength. Simon's eyes widened instantly. Heidi grabbed Sophia's arm. Howie stood up before anyone else. The audience was screaming mid-song. Goosebumps everywhere. This wasn't cute talent. This wasn't child talent. This was alien prodigy level. When she finished that high final power note with zero cracking, the entire arena erupted in a riot-level standing ovation. Simon literally said, "This is one of the greatest vocals we have ever heard on any Got Talent stage in history." Episode ended with her going off backstage shaking, crying happy tears, saying she just wanted to make Manila proud. Within 48 hours, her audition clip hit 30 million TikTok USA views before her episode even finished airing in West Coast time. AGT then sent production to Manila for her background feature, and this changed everything for the storyline. They went to Tondo, Manila where she lives. They showed her cramped little room, just enough space for one mattress, a small fan, and a cracked old karaoke speaker. Her dad works pedicab long hours. Her mom cooks fish balls street side to survive. But they showed how even in that rough environment, she is loved by her entire community. Her church pastor said she sings every Sunday and they believe she is sent for purpose. The Sorry Sorry store owner said she always sings outside their window while waiting for her mom to finish work shift. Manila streets looked chaotic, noisy, crowded, but for her it is home. Her eyes light when she talks about it. She said America is her dream because America is where Lady Gaga dreams were born. When she returned to AGT stage for her second performance, she wasn't nervous anymore. She understood now that America actually believes in her. She sat on a single stool and sang Lady Gaga, You and I, piano version. This became one of the most emotionally powerful performances of the entire season. No fireworks, no dancers, just a little girl with pure soul vocal ability. Simon stood before the finale chorus. Heidi was visibly emotional. The entire building felt like the birth of a true future icon. People online after this episode said she is already a Grammy-level artist at 10 years old. Episode ended with all 4 judges saying she is not just great, she is historic. And USA audiences chose her as their new national emotional favorite. Quarterfinals night arrives and America is already obsessed with this kid. Every reaction channel on YouTube now waits weekly for her. TikTok is literally stitching her like a daily religion. She walks on stage now with a small confidence glow that wasn't there before. Not cocky, not ego, but a stable belief that she belongs here with the world-class elite. This is the episode she decides to flip the switch into full Lady Gaga pop warrior energy. AGT stage is transformed into a neon futuristic cyberpunk universe version of Las Vegas. And she sings, Bad Romance, but she performs the remix EDM theatrical version that only top vocal beasts even attempt. This wasn't karaoke. This was arrangement-level performance that stadium headliners do. She dances. She hits whistle control parts. She does pop runs like a grown vocal athlete. But she still keeps that shocking insane mature vocal power that America can't process coming out of such a tiny 10-year-old body. Halfway through the song, Howie is already standing pacing in disbelief. People are jumping like it's Coachella. Heidi is pointing at the arena screaming, "This is not normal. This is crazy." When she hits the final belting climax note, Simon throws his pen on the desk because he cannot physically hold his composure anymore. He tells her live on TV, Lady Gaga would be proud of this version. Millions of Americans screen record that exact judge reaction and push it viral instantly. Episode ends with results night where America votes her number one of the entire quarter-finals lineup. Not just category. Not just kids division. She is number one in every artist that night. Analysts start calling her the lock for finals already. Then semi-finals come, and America fully expects her to do another stadium pop explosion. But she does something nobody predicted. She goes quiet, emotional, minimalistic. She goes the opposite direction and proves she is not just high-energy monster, she is a storyteller vocalist with mature emotional control far beyond her age. Stage opens with her sitting in a soft white dress with a single piano. She chooses, Shallow, and she sings it in the most pure soul way. She does not over-riff. She does not over-chase viral moments. She lets her raw tone, her breath placement, her vibrato stability speak for itself. This is the performance where the entire USA sees she is not just talented, she is a future globally respected serious artist. A once-in-a-lifetime generational type. Simon actually tears up again, but this time it is not shock tears, it is belief tears. Tears that this kid is going to change the industry. Heidi says she is the definition of why this show exists. Sophia says her voice goes inside your chest and rearranges the way you feel life. The entire theater becomes silent at the end, no screaming, no chaos, just that sacred shock silence when a performance touches humanity level. And then the roar erupts. America trends her number one again back-to-back weeks. Even people who were rooting for other acts start admitting they cannot deny her anymore. Episode ends with Hollywood media outlets saying something extremely rare. At only 10 years old, she is the most complete pure vocalist AGT has ever put on national television. The semi-finals was the night where everyone finally agreed she can legitimately win this entire season and become one of the biggest international youth vocal breakout stars the USA has ever produced. Grand finale night wasn't just a show, it felt like a historical world broadcast event. By the time she walked out onto the finale stage, the entire USA already emotionally decided she was the main character of this whole AGT 2025 season. The production team built a full Las Vegas stadium cinematic stage setup even though they were still inside the AGT studio. Giant screens, futuristic lights, live orchestra, massive widescreen LED landscapes, and visual graphics that looked like Met Gala meets Grammys meets Lady Gaga Super Bowl. But the craziest part, she walks out like a 10-year-old child, but stands like she owns the whole space naturally. She starts, Born This Way, a cappella. Pin drop silence. No backing music. No effects. Just a little Filipina girl with a voice that literally sounded like destiny itself. Her pitch was so clean that even without instruments she sounded like she was already mixed and mastered studio quality. She takes 12 full seconds before the orchestra finally drops in, and when it hits, nearly everyone in that building jumped because it was insane cinematic shock transition. Cameras cut to judges and Simon was already in that "this is going to break AGT history again" face. The audience wasn't just clapping, they were screaming, crying, yelling her name like she was a world champion. She ended the song with a long power sustain belt that just froze air like time suspended, and when she cut off that final note clean, the room exploded like fireworks even though there were no fireworks yet. Simon stood faster than anyone, pacing like his brain physically couldn't compute what just happened. The episode ends with judges emotional and America left with a 7-day-long cliffhanger. People online instantly called this the most powerful AGT finale performance since the show started years ago. Result night arrives, and this becomes the most watched AGT results episode since COVID era. When she walks out on stage, she looks like she barely slept the entire week. She keeps hugging her hands nervously because she can't process that she, a kid from Manila street life, is now standing in America waiting to hear if she is the winner of a global televised talent war. Simon gives one more emotional speech before voting revealed, telling her, "No matter the result, you have changed this show forever and we are honored we witnessed this." America is shaking on social media live. Howie is literally nervous laughing. Heidi has her hands clasped together like prayer. Then Terry Crews does the final result envelope dramatic build up. And when he finally shouts her name as the winner, the entire arena erupts. Confetti blasts in full golden hurricane. She covers her face and collapses crying because she doesn't even believe this is real reality. Her mom comes running on stage. Her dad is shaking overwhelmed. And then the world turns completely insane because Lady Gaga herself appears on big screens with a surprise video message congratulating her, telling her she is proud of her, telling her to keep going and never let the world change her pure soul. She sobs even harder hearing her idol's voice. Simon whispers to Howie, "This child is history now." USA News networks pick it up within minutes: CNN, ABC, Fox, every entertainment channel. In 24 hours, TikTok USA trends her as the #1 viral topic worldwide. She becomes the youngest ever international non-USA child winner in AGT history. USA, Philippines, entire Asia, all celebrate. Her life changes forever in this exact moment. This becomes the season-ending frame, slow-motion shot, golden confetti raining, her small hands covering her face crying, the little Filipina girl from Manila finally crowned as America's newest global superstar.